Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find something that is both sturdy and comfortable. Something sturdy because it gives us the sense that we're here to stay, that we're not about to get up and go do something else right after. We're really just coming into this moment fully and not rushing to the next thing. Also, comfortable, because if you're not comfortable, you're sitting in a weird position or you're leaning in one side, your body will start to hurt and then you'll be distracted. So you want to just find something that generally feels good, that you can sit for the next 15 minutes still without falling asleep or without feeling like you need to shift. Just find what works for you. Sitting in a chair works. You can sit in a formal meditation posture. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. But as always, if you feel more comfortable practicing with your eyes closed, feel free to do so. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze down below you, looking at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring at a spot and concentrating. We're not super looking at the floor, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. It's just a gentle gaze directed clearly but softly downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze directed softly down. Notice your body. Notice your body in space, how it kind of takes up room. And notice how, without looking at your body, you know that you have one, or you can sense one. And notice how the sensation of your body, without looking at your body, doesn't have any clear edges. It seems to kind of be a cloud of sensation. Just notice this. And if you don't understand this, or if this seems weird, that's okay too. Just notice the body. And allow your body to just be. Not complaining about it, not wishing it looked different, not wanting it to be this or wanting it to be that. Just allowing it to feel how it feels and just be exactly as it is. And if you're imagining different aspects of your body or thinking about your body, leave that alone. We're just feeling it directly. We're noticing what the body feels like without thinking about it. Just a direct perception, an acceptance, and an allowance of what it already is. So often do we listen to the thoughts that are judging the body, always wanting it to be different or complaining about it. How often do you just allow your body to be what it is? Allowing it to be at ease. Notice the subtle sensations of the body. Maybe you can feel the low thump of your heartbeat, the slight creaking of the joints, twitching. And of course, the gentle sensations of the breath. It's all happening by itself. And we spend so much energy trying to control it. But the body is wanting to relax. It wants to be at ease. Only thoughts are not content. So it judges, forces, demands. But once we bring our attention to the body, like we're doing here, notice how it becomes lighter, not as problematic. There's almost this subtle feeling of pleasure in simply feeling the body as it is. Can you notice this? We neglect this body because we think of it as a tool. But notice when we just give it our attention, like giving our attention to a loved one, to a child, to a friend. That attention is so important to us. And because most of the time we're worried about this, wondering about that, angry at this, trying to control that, we don't notice. We don't give our attention to the body. So notice this body. Wash your awareness or your attention to every corner of it. Notice it as it is. Let it relax and become at ease all by itself. And the mind will try to talk and interrupt. It'll try to say, "Oh, this is great," or "Oh, I don't like this." And we just leave that alone and return to the sensations of the body. Loving it for what it already is. Now, this body that we feel, noticing it, we'll go back to that original instruction from the beginning. See if you can notice the edges of your body. Do they seem hard and distinct? Or do they feel to be fuzzy and permeable? In fact, can you actually feel with attention the place where the body ends and the so-called external world begins? Is there really a distinct line separating? the body from the world outside of it? Or is it all kind of fuzzy and blend together? Allow the edges of your body to exceed as far out as you'd like them to. Leave alone the distinction of my body and other, and let them be one. Let them cease to be a distinction. And just be at ease and rest. All right, you can look at the screen. A lot of us just feel imbalanced. And it comes from this idea of there being a distinction between what the body wants and what the mind wants. And when the mind usually is the master, so when the mind's out of control, frustrated, worried, the body feels it too. You ever feel very anxious about something and you feel it literally in your body? You feel the effects of mental, psychological stress inwardly. And I've talked to doctors. I mean, the number one thing well, at least my doctor worries about is stress. It's like if you can control stress, you'll probably live a long time and have a really healthy life. But it's a psychological thing, is it not? Because there really isn't a separation between the two. There's not one thing called mind and one thing called body. They go together. You can't have a mind without a body. I guess you can have a body without a mind. But that's a philosophical subject. But you can't have a mind without a body, not that we know of. And they go together. They're interrelated. And our feeling of our body is largely done through concepts. And today, when I ask you to feel the body and then notice it more of a cloud of sensation rather than a distinct thing, the difference there is when you notice your body as a cloud of sensation, you're leaving alone the ideas, the picture you have in your head about your body. When you say your body, a picture kind of pops up and you have all these ideas. When you leave that alone, it just becomes, and you just feel it directly, it becomes this kind of permeable cloud of experience. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about objectively. This is through your first person experience, this is an experience. I'm not saying in reality your body's just a cloud of experience. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying from first person perspective from the experience you're having now, when you leave alone the ideas of the body, the ideas of the outside and the inside, you just feel it directly. You don't actually, hand is really a concept. You just feel the hand without looking at it even. You just feel the hand. It's really this kind of, there's no distinct lines and fingernails and all that. You just feel something. Yeah. And this is an important thing to know because the way our mind is really affects our body. And it becomes a matter of attention. When we're paying close attention to the mind, it seems to fuel thinking. It seems to give it this privileged position in our experience. Like, I really don't like this. Oh my gosh, what happens if everything goes down? And then the body freaks out too. Like, oh no, you're right. What's going to happen? It's not two things. But our attention is always up here in the content, the monologue, the talking. And when we just leave it alone and bring it to just experience, just the raw sensations of the body, the hearing, the sight, the smell, the breath, we leave thinking, let it come and go, let it do its thing. The mind kind of calms down a little bit. It stops being this problem. And when it is problematic, it's okay. We leave it alone. And you'll notice that the body will start to just kind of relax by itself. It'll start to want to be at ease because we all want to be at ease. It's just the mind isn't, which is the body. So just leave thinking alone. Become at ease. There's no distinction between the mind and the body. So treat them as one. If your thoughts are going crazy, pay attention to the body. Pay attention directly to your experience. And let thinking come and go as it pleases. Just leave it alone. Become content. Be at ease. But remember, it takes practice. So just practice. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for your time. And of course, and as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.